Why, hello there, and welcome back to another episode. Last episode was kind of a talky episode, so I figured we could, yeah, get right into some building. What do you guys think? I think I'm gonna go ahead and build, the melon and pumpkin farm. Well, towers, maybe. I don't think I'll actually use it as a farm. I think they're gonna go over here where my temporary tree farm used to be. And then I think I will also build the cactus farm, which I think is going to go right in this area over here. So yeah, cue the time lapse. Alright, so we have the melon and pumpkin towers over there, and the cactus farm all done and built. And I think, as I said before, I'm not calling these farms, pumpkin farm or a melon farm, mostly because I don't really see myself coming through here and harvesting them a whole lot. But it will be a really nice to just have a spot to go to, grab 4 or 5 if I need some, and then go off and do whatever I need to do with it. So yeah, I think they came together pretty well. I spent a lot of time on figuring out where in here they should be built. So hopefully they turned out well. And then with the cactus farm, I like it so far. I think I went a little overboard on the hoppers. I think I really only needed them on the bottom layer, and then I could have just have the rest of them just fall down into the water at the bottom. But oh well, it'll work. And we already have 25 cactus in here. Very nice. All right, so I think the next thing I want to do is do some. I should be over here. Okay, so now that we have our pumpkin and melon towers in and the cactus farm in, I think I should do some landscaping around the base of all of the towers, not just the new ones. And seeing as we're right next to a warm ocean in a desert biome, I feel like it makes sense that these farms would be using salt water instead of, fresh water. And I think the way that I want to kind of portray that is having it making it almost look like it's dripping water from the growing area, but have it just really the salt showing up underneath the towers. This explanation is not going very well. So I think I'm gonna stop the talkie since that was last episode and do some building, since that's kind of what I'm doing this episode. So yeah, another time lapse. Think it turned out fairly well. I'm pretty happy with it. This was probably the most annoying part, and that's because that's mushroom stem. Yep. Farming a bunch of mushroom stems is time consuming. Yep. Anyway, I think it turned out fairly well. I really like the mix of the coral fans in here. I think it just kind of gives it a little bit more of a, I don't know if I want to say life in here, or I don't know. I think it just breaks it up a lot more. And I love like the pickles around here. I feel like that's almost like a little bit of moss, or some growy things that's going on around the area. And then all of the calcite and everything was with all the salt from the salt water that they're using up in the farms above. So yeah, I think it turned out fairly well. And I think it looks pretty cool too. So now that that is done, oh yeah, I should also say I did move the output for our carrot and potato farms into a shulker, and I lowered the main people down below. So this trapdoor over here actually leads down to a tunnel where I can grab some more villagers if I need villagers somewhere. I think the next thing I want to do, now that I have, the salt flats around the farming towers done, is actually to move over here to the cleric towers, the potion towers, the brewery area, and I think we're going to add some like garbage areas around and kind of just add some more life around here. I'm thinking a cart maybe, because they'll have to get supplies somehow. Like there's a lot of barrels and a lot of storage room down like in the towers themselves, but they'll have to be restocked somehow. So I think a cart or something up here would be pretty cool. And then on top of our towers, we have like this, I don't know, stringy, leafy vine thing. So I think we should maybe build a tree here. That's a crimson, kind of a custom build crimson tree that pulls that warped block down into the lower area of the brewery. I think that could be pretty cool. So, for the third time this episode, I think it's time I step into a time lapse and do some more building. Okay, as you guys saw in the time lapse, I did a little bit more than I said I was going to. And I built this crane here. I think I mean, it's not amazing. It could have been better. I probably need some sort of support between here. I don't know. I might end up tweaking this at some point, but I just wanted some sort of crane in here to simulate some movement around this area, right? Because we have blocks being moved up from the Empire mine, so that they can be brought up to the mason, so they can craft bricks or polished whatever from the stone. And then I just did a little entrance down into, well, clearly there isn't much here, but it kind of simulates the opening for a mine. I thought about running mine tracks up here, and I might still do that. I'm not entirely sure. So yeah, this is kind of the Mason area, mostly finished up for what I had in mind originally. I think I might end up doing some more with this sand hill at the back. I don't know how this whole area will look after we get the port started in this area here. But that is definitely for another episode. So, the part that I did say I was going to do over here is mostly done. And I really like the kelp blocks as like garbage bags. And then I use pickles for like the twist tie on the top of the garbage bags instead of like I considered using like coral fans again, but that didn't look quite right. And I actually got that idea from Pearlescent Moon in season 9 of Hermitcraft. So I'll leave a link below to her channel. She's done a lot of really cool things. She's a really good builder. So check her out. Anyway, custom tree with the crimson logs and the warped blocks. And that's trying to kind of bring down that color, that element of the build down here into the lower section. And then just a little tiny simple cart design here. So yeah, I think this turned out okay. I think I'll end up probably tweaking stuff here and there as I go. But yeah, I really like the cleric area now. So yeah, I think the next place I want to turn my decorating eye is the slime farm. I think we'll just kind of clean up the walls and put a glass topper on it. I don't really think there's much else that we need to do here. So, yeah, let me get to it. Alright, so our slime farm decorations are done. I think they turned out pretty well with the slime face there. And I do like the walls as well underneath. So, yeah. That is our slime farm pretty much wrapped up. I'm starting to think about next episode, and I think we're going to do the walls, and I think I'm calling this a great hall, and then the kitchens. That should be ready for next episode. I think it'll be pretty good. And then once that's done, our entire walls will be, well, our entire inner area here around our mob farm and what the Emperor's Tower eventually will be fully encircled in a wall, which should be pretty cool, actually. Pretty cool. That will pretty much do it for today, I think. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.